project includes 36-inch trunk line, replacing a 24 and a 27-inch, and continuing all the way down to Baum Drive. You may remember a few years ago when Smart Fix 40 was underway, we did replace a section of the trunk line that goes up Wise Harbor and goes underneath the interstate. There's another trunk line that goes down Paper Mill Road, and those two tie together and become the 4th Creek trunk line. So we've already updated several of the trunk lines in the area, and this is just a continuation of that capacity upgrade. As part of this project, you'll see that we also have planned some water, which is shown in blue, and some gas, which is shown in red. The reason for that is those are the first stages of future projects that are going to continue from Kingston Pike down North Shore all the way up past Rocky Hill. Because we are going to be digging in North Shore, we decided to go ahead and address those two utilities at the same time, so that once we pave North Shore, we'll be done with those blocks for some time to come.
When you say digging in North Shore, you mean we're going to be in the road? We're
going to be on the edge of the road. As it comes down, we'll be out of the road until we get to Kingston Pike. There's going to be a tunnel underneath Kingston Pike. Then it's going to switch over to the east side, and it'll be on the east lane. As I mentioned, this is just a continuation of sewer upgrades for capacity reasons. The original line that's in there today was installed in the mid-'60s, so it's time for a replacement for age reasons as well. A little bit more detail on the other utilities we're replacing. On the water, we're going to be replacing an 8-inch line that was originally installed in 1951. That'll be replaced with a 12-inch ductile iron pipe. The gas line was originally installed in 1962, cast iron line, and that's going to be replaced with gas. As far as easement acquisition issues, all of these properties that we're dealing with are corporate-owned properties. Several have out-of-state ownerships. There are several who have property owned by one party that's leased out to one or two other businesses. So it's complex ownership issues that we're dealing with. As I mentioned, we've acquired 2 of the easements. We have 5 yet to be acquired. And we're interested in moving ahead with the schedule on this to complete the trunk line by this time next year. In summary, Resolution 1229 will allow us to proceed with our construction schedule. We plan to bid the project in July and begin construction immediately thereafter, to be done by June of next year. It does provide condemnation authority for 5 parcels. And as always, we're continuing to negotiate with the property owners in order to, before we have to initiate the formal condemnation process. Are there any questions on the resolution?
I'm assuming that where we're actually digging is in the parking lot. Is that sort of where you go back? Is this the street parking lot, and then right there is the building?
Right. In these properties, this area is along a creek here. As you go on down south, this is going through a parking lot. And we are working with the businesses to make sure we keep access open, to keep them in business while we're doing the construction.
But to go up to the top parcel where it goes along the creek, that's part of the parking lot for that big, is it Landmark, the twin buildings? Okay.
That's right.
And that's super commercial.
Mm-hmm.
And then the blue or the gray area, you've already worked something out with that owner.
We did.
Okay.
We knew that this project was coming, and when this new building was under construction, we worked with them to get a casing underneath their entranceway.
Right, okay.
And so we're going ahead with that.
Then the next parcel is the Monday parcel.
That's right. This is TGI Fridays and Burger King.
Right, and then you've got the credit union property where Walgreens is, and then that vacant thing on the corner is Mountain Commerce Bank.
This was the former gas station, and it's going to be a future bank.
Yes, ma'am, okay. And then across the street is First American. Okay.
It's Regions Bank.
Okay.
And Julie, down below there where there's no color, does that mean we don't need an easement?
That's right. We're able to stay within the road right of way in that particular section down there.
Is the backside of TGI, because I know they had that blocked off, is the backside of TGI Fridays, is that back open?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That
it's
roadway
been another way.
is totally
White
compliant.
Garbers all the way up.
Okay.
Based on our negotiations at this point, are we anticipating any significant problems?
Not really, it's been more a matter of timing and being able to contact all the owners in a timely manner. We're still negotiating in a positive manner with all of the property owners at this point.
How do you work, for example, Walgreens on like a loss of business or Burger King? Do we compensate for that somehow or something?
Well, we're hoping to avoid that altogether by tunneling underneath the driveways and being able to keep an access open to them. Yeah, there, could possibly be a situation where they're interrupted for some time, but we're doing our best to keep them open as normal.
Other questions?
I move that we approve resolution 1229.
Second. Motion second. Any comment?
No.
No. Foley?
Commissioner Anderson?
Aye.
Commissioner Canal?
Aye.
Commissioner Jones?
Aye.
Commissioner Robinson?
Aye.
Commissioner Simmons? Commissioner Thompson?
Aye.
Commissioner Williams? Resolution 1229 passed.
Okay, we'll now move into the president's report. Ms. Roach.
Commissioners, I know all of you have seen in the media, newspaper and on TV, the new electric vehicles. And I thought I would ask Susan Edwards to give you an update on those projects and how KUB is supporting that.
Today we thought we'd cover basically three different things. One, a little bit of background on the electric vehicle market today. Secondly, what things KUB has been doing and is working on now to prepare for the new types of vehicles that are coming on the market. And then to talk to you about a big project that's going on across the country that will have an impact here in Tennessee as well. One of the things we talk about is what's different now than used to be. We've all heard about electric vehicles, and in particular I'm talking about plug-in electric vehicles that have been available sort of in a custom market for a long time. And now what they're looking at is mass market availability of these plug-in electric vehicles. And there are several factors that have made that more possible now. One is that consumers are more familiar with electric vehicles. We've all seen Priuses and Ford Escapes out on the road that have the hybrid electric technology. So people are becoming more comfortable with it and ready to take that next step, which would be to an electric vehicle that actually plugs into the electric grid for charging purposes. That's led to more of a commitment from the automotive industry to develop these kinds of vehicles, and the government is now stepping in with support for these efforts too, particularly as it relates to pushing for cleaner fuels as a result of climate change concerns, national security concerns. Electric vehicles are something that is being favored by the current administration and with their funding priorities. Another factor is green jobs. As an example, in Middle Tennessee, Nissan will be creating about 1,300 new jobs relating to the manufacture of their Leaf vehicle, which we'll talk a little bit more about. Technology also continues to improve. There's better charging options, better battery life, better battery technology that is making all of this a little bit more possible than it has been in the past. So this is what we're going to start seeing. As I mentioned, most vehicles today are custom made, except for maybe the Tesla, which is kind of on the high end expensive. The Leaf is the first sort of mass market all electric battery vehicle that's going to be coming on the market later this year. And it is all electric. There is no hybrid technology. There's no gas backup. It will plug into a charging station overnight and run for about 100 miles on its charge before it needs to be charged again. So that will be coming out later this year. The Chevy Volt is one you may have also heard of. Slightly different model. It will have about a 40-mile range, I believe, on its electric-only battery, but it will have a gasoline backup. So for 90% of the trips that you make, if your commute is under 40 miles round trip, you'll be using an all-electric vehicle, but you still will have the capacity to take a longer journey with the gasoline engine if necessary. Other companies are also working on vehicles, so within the next few years, you'll probably see more activity in the area of plug-in electric vehicles.